he was fantastic.
Yeah.
But what he was bad at was not exactly knowing where to be. And you saw him roaming a little bit and then not being where Odegaard might have been, or not being where the third ball was going to be, which is where Odegaard floats to and then gets there. Anyway, I see Director John is forcing more Arsenal fans on us and more Leeds United fans. What's up, Gary? What's up, Tom? Good to see you guys.
Hello.
Cheers.
Hey.
We are talking Arsenal, Liverpool coming up.
Get it out the way.
We're going Arsenal, Liverpool going up. If you want to comment on anything that we've already been talking about, which was mostly Leeds United. They played last week, Gary. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah, I don't.
That's it.
I don't think they got what they wanted out of that game, right?
No, they didn't.
Yeah, that didn't. I mean, the 30 minutes, the first 30 minutes of the game that we played, they looked like they would be okay. And if they used any of that in the next game, I think they would have been okay. But it didn't look like that either. So that's probably why they struggled. I don't know. All right.
The next game, the problem was that they put Dominic Calvert-Lewin in, and he missed like 2 sitters and a penalty.
That was.
It will come good. It will come good.
That guy needs to shave and clean himself up a little bit. He's going with this like grungy look, and that's how I think his feet are on the same page. Yeah, maybe he's not clipping his toenails. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what he's going for right now.
I assume Leeds fan expected to not have to bring Calvert-Lewin in to try to win the game, right? At least to give him some minutes and stuff like that. I mean, I would assume that's what you were thinking at that point. Like, we're not leading this game, right?
What game are you talking about?
The one year, didn't you? What are you guys talking? The one that you bought Calvert-Lewin in for?
We don't talk about that.
Oh, we don't talk about that. Okay, all right. So we'll move on. I'll move on then. So I'll move on.
Sticking with the Premier League, at least Leeds United. At least you can see here the 3 newly promoted sides have gotten a win in the Premier League before Manchester United. So at least there's that. And we're going into week 3. We're nearly at the international break. So let's hope they lose again and hope you guys can all win this weekend. Yeah, or maybe just Leeds, right? Just Leeds. Fuck Burnley and Sunderland. No, none of them come on the show.
Burnley play Man United though, so
yeah.
Leeds play Man United.
No, Burnley play Man United.
Burnley plays Man United.
Yeah, so let a draw then. There you go.
Man United ain't losing. Man United ain't losing to Burnley. There's no.
They will draw. They will draw. Tom, how are you? How are you doing after this weekend? This week of disappointment.
I'm doing okay. Well, I suppose the best way to put it is basically that fucking football, that fixed football match, that fucking Max Dalman needs to go fuck himself.
You don't like him?
That sounds a little bit like
he's a diving little
fucker. Minor right there is what I'm just hearing from an old man who should know better than to go after little kids.
Tom, can we not?
Wow.
Can we not say that about 15-year-olds on our show? Like, I know nobody's watching, but one of the 15 people watching is probably a cop. Like, come on. It's probably Max Dalman's
He did dive, though. He did dive.
He dived because he got stepped on. He got stepped on.
You guys beat him up all game. He
went looking for it.
Oh,
that was the third time.
Wait. Let's talk through it. He got stepped on very slightly on a toe, but he got
stepped on. Full stop.
But wait a second.
It may have been by a tiny toe.
But he hung out his left leg and caught it onto Stack, which the referee gave as the penalty. That's why the penalty was given. It wasn't because his little toe was trod on. It's because of the...
So here we go. The referee calls it a penalty because of the drag leg. Then they go and check it on VAR.
Which was cheating.
And and then
Which was
they say, "Hey,
cheating. It's a
douchebag, that
dive.
drag leg."
It's a dive.
It's
It's a dive.
However,
It's a dive.
beforehand he was stepped on.
Yeah. So now
Full stop.
you're gonna cite VAR because it fits your narrative. No, behave yourself.
Yeah.
It was a dive. He's a brilliant player. But that was a dive.
What upset me about it, David, I don't feel unfair in saying this. Basically, you're already 4-0 up. Why do you need to dive?
Because
He
they're
doesn't.
professionals. They're professionals. That's
You
what
want
they
him to just
do.
turn off,
This
don't
guy
play
is out
anymore?
there.
You want him to just lay down.
This guy is
sit on
out
the
there on
field,
limited
not play
minutes.
football anymore. Is that what you want him to do? Just say, no, I'm done. You know what? We got a four goal lead. We shouldn't play football anymore. That's what you want him to do. Is that what you
We
want
don't.
him to do?
We don't want players who
basically-
dive, Gary. We don't want cheats. It doesn't matter which team they play for. It doesn't matter
And
who they play for.
As many
Just
times
if a
as-
Leeds
you know
player
what,
dives,
if
Leeds don't like it. You know, we
Listen,
don't like
I-
cheats. It's very simple. It's very simple.
Okay, so
mate.
David,
Don't dive.
You're telling me that his foot got stepped on, and
His
then
little toe,
he
not
dove.
his foot, not his foot. Get it right.
Where's your toe?
There was
Where's
there
your
was
toe?
hard. There was hard.
Because you know what we call toes in Spanish, right? It's the same word like fingers, dedos. Dedos de pie is what you call them. Dedos de pie, which is your fingers.
But we're not
of
talking
your
Spanish.
foot.
We're not talking about
So he stepped on
Spanish.
his.
We're not talking
foot.
about Spanish. No, he didn't tread
No, I'm
on
talking
his
about
foot. He
language.
trod on. He caught his toe very slightly, but he already hung out
you don't know
his
what
left
slightly
leg.
is.
No, he was going down.
either-
the
Oh,
goal.
I do, Gary, I
Come on,
do
which
because
one
I've
is
played
it?
the game. I've played the game, and every year I lost a toenail because your toes get trod on. You don't fucking go
Because
down like
you
you're
never
at the
played
Battle of
with
the Somme and
VAR.
you've been shot.
You never played with VAR, David.
Oh,
That's
behave!
why.
You just
The referee's
just-
never calling that.
listen. We don't like cheats. That's all it is. We don't like players who dive. It's very
You're
simple.
dirty Leeds. You're dirty Leeds. You love cheats. You
Oh,
just
not
love
anymore.
cheating
You
when you
don't
don't
dive.
get
You guys
caught.
are clean
You
football
don't
now.
dive.
You guys
You
are clean
don't
football
dive.
now.
You
That's why
don't.
I didn't even want to bring that up. You guys
If
brought
you
that up.
think,
I
if
didn't
you
bring that
think
up.
that
Yeah.
English football
You guys attacked
fans
your
like
50-year-old,
players
and
who
now you wanna go
dive,
after some
you're
rules.
very, very wrong about the English mentality of playing football.
One of their favorite players is Harry Kane.
Yep. And if he dives,
One of the
English
diviest
fans
divers
don't
that have
like it.
ever dived.
English fans don't like English players when they dive. They call them out. You know, it's a.
Well,
bad
I
trait that
remember
was
seeing,
brought in.
wasn't it the mascot that made fun of Jack Grealish? Like there was some mascot that sees Jack and he just like falls down on the
And he
pitch.
just started
He starts
rolling around.
rolling.
Who was that?
Exactly.
He's the
Exactly.
diviest. He's the diviest of the divers.
Yeah,
as
Jack
far as I'm
Grealish.
Exactly.
concerned.
If they dive, you take the piss. We don't like it. But I'm not. I won't take anything from Max Dowman because I've watched him over the last couple of years, and he's fantastic.
Yeah.
And for the English, I think he was playing for the
U19.
under 19s during the summer, and he was terrific. You know,
Yeah.
but
He is.
but
He's a hell of a
but
player.
don't dive. You don't need to
You're gonna keep
dive.
bringing that up. Can we move
So,
on? Because I keep hearing dive. You know,
Yeah,
Alman,
this
I
is-
love
this is
him.
just
Well, you
love
try
him.
to
crazy.
defend it,
Dive.
Gary. Don't try and defend it.
All right,
Very
I'm moving
simple.
on. I'm
Because
trying to, can I move on,
there's a
then?
referee on the pitch,
No,
Who got it
leave
wrong.
and then they review it.
Can I go
If he
ahead.
dived, it's a yellow card.
Can I go off
End
the
of
you
story.
said then? Instead of, can we stop talking about
Yeah.
But
diving?
you
Until the
guys
next time.
are all saying it's not.
I'll remind you about this when the tables are turned.
No. We're
Oh,
gonna-
And you-
no,
and
we're
you-
not-
and you're
but-
crying
because,
about
Now,
because
some
because
this
of
is
it's
it.
happened, I'm
lovely.
used to it by
This
now.
is lovely
so,
because
if that's the way they want to call it, then that's the way they want to call it. All right.
this is a
Be
conspiracy
consistent
that
with
the
it. If they're gonna
referees
be
are for
consistent,
Arsenal.
I'll take it. You know what I mean? That's the other part that we talk
I'm
about.
not saying
No
the
more,
refs are
no more
for Arsenal.
ridiculous than when you say that the referees are against Arsenal.
They are.
I mean,
We're
Mark,
moving
Oh,
on. Can I
geez,
move
you say they're
on,
against
please?
Wolves.
Let's move on,
You
please.
say they're against
That's your
Wolves.
narrative.
Shut up.
You say they're against Wolves. At least they would have a reason to be
Oh,
against
Lord.
us.
I'm
What
trying to
reason
move
do
on.
they have to
What
be
would the
against
reason
Wolves?
be? What would be the reason to be against Arsenal?
They don't like Arteta.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
the reason.
Christ! I'll tell you what. When
Because
Arsenal
Arteta
gets
talks shit
when
about them.
Arsenal gets
That's-
gets a yellow card for aggressive running, then you can complain about the refs.
Progressive
until
running.
then,
What you want to
no
we
one
got yellow-
can top that. A
we got red
yellow
cards.
for aggressive running.
Yeah.
The whole point of the
Yeah.
game is to run.
Can we move on?
Yeah, insane.
Let's move on.
Gary, weren't you
Alright.
talking about something?
Yeah, I was gonna say
Tom,
something
Tom
else.
lit the touch paper there and stood back, didn't he?
I
And
haven't
backed
even
away.
said it. You know, John, you need to put that thing away. Put your carrot away, please. Ay, ay, ay.
Oh, we are
Anyway.
watching Murder Gun tonight, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
Here we-
because you fucking all deserve to have to watch that.
I'm just gonna say a couple things that you said that I as a for me has to play. And I understand you're thinking that Arteta might want to hold back and not. No, the man needs to play. He's been playing. He had to take a week off just to join the club. The man needs to play. He should start for us. That's what his job was going to be, anyways. The further up the pitch they move him, the less risk if that's an issue. He plays in the midfield. That might be an issue for Arteta in terms of
Yeah, put
defensive
him on the left.
responsibilities. So if that's the case, then pull him up the field and let Inweri play in the midfield. You know what I mean? If that's that's the issue. So for me, if that's the way, if I think he should play. We didn't bring him in here to have him sit and watch the biggest game we're going to play in the first 3 games of the season. No, he should be playing. I think he's a good enough player. Put the man on the pitch. I think Ethan can handle it. He's going to have to. We don't have a choice right now. But there's also the case of is Erdogan healthy enough or not? I don't know. Did they say he practiced today? Supposedly
No,
that's-
he didn't
He
practice
does not
today, but he's
practice.
practicing tomorrow. Then yes, however, it's a shoulder. It's not a knee. It's not an ankle. It's not any of that. So
Right.
uncomfortability and afraid to get into tussles. That's a big. Any hesitancy on his part to get hit, that could be an issue. How that being said, it's not an ankle or something where he's like, oh, I don't want to run too hard. So I think he could be fine on 1 day of training.
Did he have trouble with his shoulder last year?
With his no, it was your dude who grabbed him by the shoulder and threw him down onto his other shoulder.
I know.
Oh, was he diving as well? Did he dive?
Oh no!
No,
Let's
he
not go
fucking
there.
died?
I'm trying to get away from that.
how
I don't
fucking-
know because now he's going to
What's
bring
the
up
matter?
something
What's
else.
the matter with
No,
these?
quiet,
This is just so
keep quiet.
Arsenal
Don't
being
you get
so
how this
defensive.
works?
I just asked a
Yeah, you're feeding
question.
the beast. Now he's ready to go. Go on,
Did
David.
he
What-
have a shoulder injury last year? And
What
the
you got?
reason I was going to say that, go on, is because it looked like when he was pulled, he looked like he was targeted for that.
Well,
And
he got
that's what
smacked.
made me think. He got well and truly thrown to the floor.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
and
That
I
was
have
earlier-
to say,
that was-
I mean,
that
I
was earlier,
remember when
right?
Calvin Phillips did his, and then in the
Yeah.
game later
Yeah.
on, there was the Southampton player
yeah.
who grabbed hold of his shoulder as he was coming back from the shoulder injury, and that's why I wondered if Odegaard had a shoulder injury last year.
No, so that initial action, I don't think he had a shoulder injury, but after that, when he finally got up and like Waneri thought he was coming in the game and he was like, no, I'm going to keep playing. I felt that there were some shoulder challenges, like legal shoulder challenge, shoulder to shoulder,
Yeah.
fully legal, like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
saying. There were a couple on him, and I think maybe he thought we got the second goal. Let me get out. Like they're coming after me, and I could end up with a really dislocated shoulder or something. So, but yeah, the targeting. I had targeting on my mind after that, not before that. But you're right. It was a hell of a challenge.
The
That
way he
wasn't
was
even a
trying-
foul. Wasn't even called a foul.
It wasn't even necessary, really, either. To be quite honest, it was.
Wasn't
It was a little
necessary
bit-
at all. Like yeah.
Nah, it was a bit over the top,
Yeah.
I thought. But there you go.
So, anyway, guys, we are getting down to the last quarter of our show, and I know, can I just get a quick assessment of what you guys think the score on Sunday will be between Arsenal and Liverpool, because that's what I want to talk about, and then you guys can talk about whatever you want to talk about. So, quick score predictions from you guys: Arsenal, Liverpool.
Desmond.
Desmond.
All right, we got. All right, we
At
got
Liverpool,
2-2.
isn't it? It's at Liverpool.
Yep, it's
2-1
at
Liverpool.
Anfield.
2-1 Liverpool.
All right, Gary.
I'm going to keep saying it. 3-1 Arsenal. So yeah, we're
That'd be a hell of a result.
We,
if that
we
is,
have
yeah.
to. I mean, because last year we played them and we were out a couple of players and we had a lead on them. I think our depth is better now. We've got better players. So if we can continue to improve, I know they've improved as well. So that's kind of where I'm going with that one. You know, we need. I mean, everybody says who needs it more. We definitely need it more. You know, we need to get a win like this to continue on. You know, to put a marker out there, right? I think we need to do that. This is the time to do it. Why not? Everybody thinks, you know, you're out, Erdegaard, you're out, Saka. Can you do it? You know, time to come and answer the call. I mean, so.
Their defense can definitely be got at,
Yeah.
without a doubt. That is their weak link. Is their defense.
Yeah.
This year is just looking
Yeah.
really poor.
Right,
But
I've got a question. Gary said that Arsenal need to win more than Liverpool need to win.
That's what I said.
Is that based on your personally need to win more than Liverpool do, or because
What?
that
No, Arsenal as a club do, because the last time we won at Anfield, Arteta was on the pitch. So winning at Anfield, last year aside, the year before, we should have won and then gave up a goal in the last minute, like let them come back into the game. Last year, down 2-0, we come back 2-2 draw. It's time we just fucking put one to bed, and I'm right there with you, Gary. I'm saying 3-1. Their attack is very good, and our defense is very good. I think one slips through. It's like the pull-out method, man. Just be careful. One's gonna slip through, but we've got a lot of action on the front end as well. So I don't think their shoddy defense. I think it may even be a corner and 2 penalties for us that give us the 3 goals. Like, we don't even have to score from open play. But I think, Gary,
that is a dangerous game to rely on set pieces to score.
I'm not relying on it. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that's what's going to happen.
We don't plan. Okay, we're going to plan
That's
for
what's
set
just
pieces.
what's gonna
We just
happen.
take whatever's given to us. That's the key thing here.
I'm just.
That's how it works. We don't plan for set pieces. Everybody thinks we sit there in the game. The game plan
like,
says,
I'll take 2 penalties and a corner kick
not what
to get, or a free kick to
That's
get
the
my
narrative
goal.
that doesn't make any sense.
I'm just
Nobody
telling you,
said
that's
that
how
before.
weird it could
That's
probably
how weird.
be.
It most certainly is.
I
Lots of
think-
goals in this one.
can I just put Gary straight? You do plan for set pieces.
No,
That's why you're so good at them.
No. What the game plan isn't. You know what? We're going to win a game because of just our set pieces, not because of anything.
No.
else we do.
Not just
That's what I
because
mean.
of.
That's what
But
I mean.
it's a large part.
You plan for everything, but like everybody thinks that all we do is set pieces. It's like, no, we just
No.
we're really good at it, but yes, we take advantage of it when it comes. But you know what? We need to be able to score in other ways because you're not always going to score by a set piece. You're not going to score from cheating in the box. You're not going to cheat.
Oh, yeah, you're good at that as
right?
well. I'll give you that.
Everything's against Arsenal. Everything's anti-Arsenal.
Who said that? Anybody said that just now?
Conspiracy.
Nobody
you
said that on the
alluded
show
to
right
it.
now.
You
got
alluded
only the
to it a
Leeds
lot.
fan keeps bringing up. we're getting
Referees are
cheated on.
against.
That's the
I
only
mean,
people who said it.
who's officiating?
It doesn't matter.
Good
How
question.
comes
I thought
Arsenal
it did. I thought the referees all
position
hated us.
Dragons
Right.
tonight?
I never brought it up.
It's because they all hate.
You guys bringing it
When
up.
they
Why are you
all
bringing it
do.
up?
Okay.
Exactly.
bring it
up?
David.
Okay.
When they all do, why do I need to remember their names? But I got to tell you guys, I'm watching these matches with the Spanish commentators. It's so different because, watching it with the American, not the American commentators, but the American broadcast.
Production. Yeah.
Like Lee Dixon, who's an ex-Arsenal player, and Peter Drury, who's fantastic. But it's still like he has his biases. They all have subtle biases. Watching it with the Spanish commentators, they're constantly just comparing them to La Liga players, to Real Madrid players and stuff like that. But at one point in the game against Man United, they said, wow, this referee has a face like he is having a bad day. He has a face. Now the game is going on. The game is still going on. And they just keep going. He has a face like his cat came into his house and pooped in his coffee. He has a face like his wife just yelled at him before them. It was like 5 minutes of them talking about, I think it was Simon Hooper. The bald guy. Yeah, is that Simon Hooper?
That's Simon Hooper.
And they just keep cutting back to the ref and looking at his face. And my wife and I are there just cracking up, going like, "What are they fucking talking about?" And then in the Liverpool Newcastle match, they cut to the ref cam. You guys saw that ref cam?
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
They say in Spanish, they're Spanish commentators, and they're talking, and he's like, "Oh, and this is the new camera that they're bringing out. It's the ref cam. It looks a lot like a video game. I feel like I should have a pistol and start going pa 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 pa." And as he like turned and looked at people, he was going pa 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 pa. And I was like, you can't do that. Like, you would be fired in the States. I don't know what's going on in the States these days, but you know.
But you can do that in Spain.
In Spain, he's like, it looks like a video game. Pa 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 pa. And I'm like, this game is that boring that they're not just picking off Newcastle players and Liverpool players. Anyway, what were we?
Good game,
about?
that one, though.
Shitty game.
We were just given predictions on the Liverpool-Arsenal game.
Yeah.
Because it's
All
the
right.
only game that's happening this weekend.
I thought you guys were going
It
to
is.
I thought you already gave your predictions. That's why.
I haven't.
We did.
Oh,
Nah.
All right.
Mark.
I have
Does
not.
anybody
Mark,
want? Does anybody want
your
Mark's
turn.
prediction?
Lots of goals in this match. I would, if Mr. Tom is putting together betting in the dark, I would definitely take the over for goals scored. I think that Liverpool has a defensive problem, but I think they fix it in time for this one. And the streak of not winning at Anfield will continue. 3-2 to Liverpool.
Yeah, I can see that
They're
too.
going to fix their defense. They haven't how? They're not bringing in anybody new.
I don't know how. There's obviously a mistakes that they're making to where they're getting a 2-0 lead and giving that up and having to come back at the last second. They did that happen against the Community Shield. It happened against Newcastle. It happened. Who was before then? I don't think the one before them. Probably not. I think that was just. I think was that 4-2.
Bournemouth was up 2-0.
Bournemouth
was
not up
Bournemouth
2-0.
tied it
It
up.
was
They tied it
2-2.
They tied it up.
2-2.
Yeah, they tied it up, and then Liverpool came back. This is not a sustainable model in the Premier League, but I do think that I think Slot is smart enough to know, you know what, we got to fix this because we got Arsenal coming to town.
I just think we have. I believe we have better players in Bournemouth and Newcastle in regards to the attack.
Maybe.
Like, I believe we do. Like if Eze starts, we do. I think Madueke running at their back line is something they probably didn't see as much in those games. And if Gyökeres is getting better every game, I like to think we're better.
Big sample size there, Gary.
No, but we're only. That's all we got. We can't. That's why this game is. That's why it's a good game to play early because we play.
Oh yeah,
the same
definitely.
team in March, right?
Yeah.
If they have Gahey and they have Isak, it will be a totally different game. And if it's on the road, it will be a very difficult game to win. So you catch teams
absolutely,
early,
absolutely.
take
You
advantage of
make
it.
make
So
a strong point.
So that's why I feel like our defense. We're not really changing much on our defense. It's the same players there that played last year, so that we don't have to create anything new. All right, and they've shown so far, we've been able to hold teams out. I mean, teams have had chances, but we've been able to, otherwise we've been able to keep things clean back there. So I don't expect it to be the same. We'll see. I think Timber, if he's healthy, it will be really good to be there. I don't know. He's been a little iffy the season. So that might be one of the problems we have on the back line. But otherwise, yeah.
Belonda or right now. What are you talking about? Been iffy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm moving on. All right, so here we go. Leeds against Newcastle. All right, we're moving on. All right, that's the game.
All right.
Is that the game?
Leeds, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Predictions, go. Not too
Anyone?
fast, guys.
We're only an hour long now.
Sorry, I'm still just trying to process Gary's multiple monologue.
We've moved on. Can we move on, please? You just want to go at me. For what reason? I'm
Sorry,
your buddy.
it just felt like you. It just felt like your diatribe lasted about 7 years, and I was just.
Why don't you like me?
Gary finally got to talk, and he talked for like 1 minute 24 seconds.
It felt like
It just
7 years.
Felt like forever.
Give that. Just wind your watch up a bit. I think it stopped. Right. I'm going to go 2-1 Newcastle.
And I'm gonna go get another beer.
Is Isak? Did I hear Isak will be actually on the bench?
No, Isak won't be there.
He won't
he
be
won't
there at
play.
all. Okay, so I
He
just
won't play.
okay. That was somebody.
They've just signed a German guy for
Yeah.
60-odd million.
Anybody think he'll be playing?
Not
I think
if they
he'll be on the-
like
I
they
think he'll
just
be on
signed
the
him
bench.
yesterday.
He'll be on the bench at least. They've got loads of injuries. They've got about 3 or 4 players missing.
So you guys could catch them. You're at home, right?
That is what I'm hoping.
You're
That's
at
what
home.
I'm
You can
hoping,
catch them.
but-
Not necessarily catch them slipping, but they're just not going to have a full slate of a full gang of players there to go. So, and a lot of you guys have been playing together, so it's just a matter. You know, it should be. Hopefully, it's a good game. I got 1-1. I got 1-1. I think it's early in the season that you can still catch them before they figure things out.
I'm not going to see it because I'm going to be working, but I'll watch it when I land, whatever the result is. What do you reckon, Tom?
Because I'm never actually going to sit on here and proclaim a Leeds defeat, I'm going to go with Leeds to win 1-0 in what I need to be a very dull and boring, industrious performance, where basically we just score a goal and then defend for our lives, ostensibly. The way to achieve that is basically we need the Leeds United fans, the ones that are paying for the tickets, to actually get behind the team and not decide that after the first misplaced pass that we just don't fancy it today and then start booing everything, because supporting your team actually does involve supporting your team. Sometimes a lot of Leeds atmospheres at Ellen Road sometimes feel a bit like you've already decided what the result's going to be after the first 5 minutes, and I just need you to treat it like the Everton game more.
Yeah, that's how they need to be, isn't it? Basically, like when they came out against Everton. And as you say, Gary, because they've got a couple of players missing, or should have, then we need to try and take advantage of that. But I'm hoping I'm wrong in my forecast, but I've just got a bad feeling we very rarely beat Newcastle. But we'll see. Mark?
I think this is one that's ripe for the picking for Leeds, and I think they win this one at home. Newcastle they're struggling without Isak, and they've gotten some German guy in as of this morning or yesterday. He's huge. He's like 6'6", but he's not going to be available. And they did take a bit of a pounding against Liverpool, just physically, and then kind of coming back and to be in that atmosphere that Ellen Road can provide, and I do think the fans show up in a positive sense. But I'm going Leeds. I'm going 2-1.
Cool.
Don't know where the goals are going to come from. Haven't watched enough of Leeds to know, but But I'm going to go 2-1.
DCL.
Be very
It
nice.
maybe he'll clean up and get a nice shave and
Maybe.
get nice and tight. Clean up the kitchen.
Your lot,
I mean-
Mark. Sorry. Tom, go on.
I was just going to say this is going to be more nonsense, but I was going to. I suppose I was going to accuse Arsenal of cheating again, but basically the way I'm going to do it is basically saying how last week Leeds played on the Monday and then
Oh
played on
boy.
Saturday.
Okay.
We had one day less to prepare, and obviously that result played out as you'd expect for a team that fixed the fixture list to put themselves on Super Sunday and someone else on Monday Night Football. Anyway, and they had in the back pocket that their 15-year-old child was going to die. But anyway, sorry, but I digress. Anyway,
get over it.
But then we saw. I'll never get over it, Gary. Not until we actually beat your team. But I'm trying to find
Oh my God, Tom, for real.
Where are the
You
carrots
had to bring
now?
it back up again.
After 30 seconds, this guy's been rambling for like 5 minutes now.
I know.
I was
Jesus
going to
Christ.
go on to Mark about your lot. Mark, they're at home to Everton.
It's a winnable game. It's unfortunate that Strand Larson is. It looks like he will not be playing. I don't know if that's due to injury or that we're going to end up selling him because somebody wants to give like 65 million pounds for him or whatever denomination they're trading in. I don't want them to. I don't
You're
want
talking
them
about
to.
Newcastle.
But I'm talking about maybe him being sold to Newcastle, but they did pick up that German for 75. So maybe not. Pereira has said that he's they're not giving him up. A thumbs up to the organization for not selling him because we got him for 20, and if we accepted a $60 million offer, it'd be that's good business. If that's how and the ownership has said this is how we want to conduct ourselves. So, but certainly a winnable game, and I think that if we can build on the what we did to West Ham, if we can build on that, we're going to do quite well. Mm-hmm. I think it's a winnable game for us. I think it maybe a 1-0 might be there. There you are. 1-0 might be in order. I'm seeing good results outside of the Man City game. I'm seeing us get better. We were down to 10 men with about 40 minutes to go, and we didn't give up another goal, and we did really well against West Ham. So, see, I think it's a 1-0 win for Wolves against Everton.
Certainly, Everton in their game last week against Brighton, they were looking decidedly average. Were very lucky to not be 1 or 2 goals down when they eventually scored their first goal, which was really against a run of play. And then the crowd got behind them and Grealish was playing well. And of course, then they went and got another one. But still, Brighton could have scored at least 1 or 2 goals. So maybe Wolves have got a good chance there. It's a good game to watch that
to get out of the basement. That's what we're hoping.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah. Insane. Well, look at that. Leeds up there
West
to
Ham
12.
changed their logo.
Did they? No, that's West. Oh my God. So, well, guys, we are over time technically. However, we haven't even mentioned the Champions League draws. And hold on. Pardon me.
You are so good looking.
Thank you.
What, do you get sick when you're not talking about Arsenal? Now you're going to start sneezing and stuff? Is that what it is?
Arsenal are in the Champions League, John. Yeah. I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah, it's so I'm going to keep.
It just makes me wonder where he disappeared off to, and then he comes back and starts sneezing.
Well, I had to change rooms because now the kids went to bed, so now I need to come into
Okay.
the front room.
Oh, well,
I'm
that's
still
good
working
then.
out this whole Madrid thing. All right, I got to figure out how to talk to you guys longer, and we're over an hour now, so I got kicked out of the room that I had for an hour. But we director John, not we, did a bunch of really cool, nice graphics and tables for us for the Champions League draws. But let me ask you before we get into those, Tom, David, Mark, did you even pay attention to any of the Champions League draws? Does that matter to you at all?
I am firm belief that the draws were I'm sure they're very fairly done, but to see the English representation of the Champions League get some extremely easy schedules or draws, as the case is, it's just like, come on, guys, come on.
Well, I
Not
mean,
sure
we
about
can't
that.
face each other, and you can only face two teams from another country. There's only so many things that can happen. Like, you got to spread it out a little bit. Like,
You're.
What you
think you
gotta
draw.
remember is-
I think the English teams got some very favorable draws.
we
Can
got
you-
Bayern Munich,
Can you give an
Inter
example?
Milan,
Can you give an example? What that means?
Manchester,
What does that mean?
Manchester, Madrid.
Have a look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Olympiacos, who always fucks us.
Club
Athletic,
Bruges,
Atletico.
Slava, and like 474th most
But those are
or
theirs is the
top
pod
team in the
4
world.
teams. We can't do anything about that. Everybody has a team in that same pod. It's just a
Yeah,
1 in 8
exactly.
chance that you get them. It's not like it's actually less than
No,
it is. I don't. We have no
they're all
choice but
pretty
to play
even,
some
Mark. I
players.
hate to
right?
tell you.
Look,
Gary is
you
right.
can
as
you
much as
can
it
say
hurts to
you
say
can
it.
say whichever you wish.
Yeah.
You know, I do find that
Look at Barcelona. Look at Barcelona. Their draw is as easy as ours.
Saint-Germain, Chelsea, Frankfurt, Newcastle.
What team?
You yourself have just said that
Barcelona.
Olympiacos is
There
a
you
good
go.
team.
No, Olympiacos is a shit club for us to face. We have a horrible history with Olympiacos.
Olympia Dukakis? She's
Olympia
playing.
Dukakis.
She's
No,
playing.
but all I'm saying, Mark, is if you look at the draw for Barcelona, they have Paris, PSG, Chelsea, and Newcastle are really the three best teams there. We have Bayern, Inter, Atleti. Those are the three best teams there. The rest are basically the same. Their Frankfurt is akin to our athletic club, Bilbao. Olympiacos is the same. Slavia Prague is the same. Bruges is the same. Copenhagen is basically Kairat Almaty. I don't know what that club is.
Can I just ask a question? Who is Atleti? Is that Madrid?
Atleti is Madrid.
Okay.
Atleti Madrid. Atletico Madrid. Athletic Club is Bilbao.
Okay.
So it could be a tough game, but we don't know. It could be a tough game. It has been a tough game in the past, but teams change.
Playing in Bilbao, and we have a Basque coach. Like, come on, it's not a gimme. None of those games are gimmies, by the way, because it's Champions League. All right, Grimsby Town. Let's not get it twisted, okay?
Yeah, let's
Shit happens.
The
Shit happens
truth
when you
of
go to their house. Shit happens.
the truth of it is, unless you've actually got a club in this competition, at this stage of the competition, nobody gives
Nobody gives a
Donald
rat's.
ducks. They've totally devalued the whole competition by doing what they do, and nobody gives. Who's going to watch some of these games? They're not going to be watched. They're boring. Nobody's interested in them unless your team's in them.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah.
after Christmas
I have a
in the
feeling they're
later
going to put a
rounds
lot
that
of
we
these
start
they're
watching.
going to put a lot of these pot 4 games on early, because if they don't, as you said, like if there's any pot 4 games late in the run, nobody's watching them. Nobody's watching them because teams are going to rotate for sure, and they
Yeah.
may not even care at that point, because
Well,
you can go into that last game and really, all right, I'm in and I can't move up or down, and then you'll
but
see like
Gary,
certain games.
that was their whole reasoning on doing it this way. Is yes, maybe the very last game, like Liverpool lost their last game, but there was no way they couldn't be first place. Beyond that, you might as well play your subs, your lower team, your second tier team against Bayern Munich, and then play your good players against all the rest, like to make sure you win, because 3 points against Kairat Almaty is the same 3 points that you could get against Bayern Munich. So it doesn't matter. You don't need to beat them home and away or anything like that. So this new format, you kind of have to, you can't let any game slip.
What it shows is
Or
like
PSG did. PSG
Yeah.
let a ton of games slip and they ended up winning the whole damn thing. So I don't know.
exactly. So they just snuck in at the end, where under the old format they would have been gone.
They would have
They
been,
got healthy
gone.
at the right time, right? That's essentially what happened when we played them early in the season. They were missing at least, I think, 2 or 3 of their players that turned out to be the ones that made the difference in their run in their knockout round. So you're right about that. So I don't know. I guess it keeps teams in, and it's all about the money, anyways, right?
Of course,
It's all
Yeah.
about the money.
it's all
So
about the
the best way
money.
to do that is to keep teams engaged. Those, especially like you said, a team that, for example, loses their first 2 games probably in the old format is like probably done. Whereas now they know they can still win 6 games if they go on a run, come out with 14 to 15 points and still make it into the playoffs.
I watched a little bit of the draw, and the fact that you had Zoltan coming up with a name, and then Kaka pressing a button to see who they were going to play, and that was the draw. Yeah, because we all going to trust somebody pressing a button, and that isn't going to be rigged. That computer, I'm sorry, it's just shocking.
Well,
Yeah, there
I
you
don't
That's
go.
the one.
There you
That's
go.
exactly
No.
it, John.
Mark,
I don't know if this is how it's done, but I know like over in the States when they do something like that behind the scenes, there's representatives from the teams sitting in a room as they do all, because there is the whole concept of like if they just did it randomly and they pulled the balls out and it's an English team and you're an English team, right? They got to go back in and pick another ball, right? So I don't know if that's what they did, or if they just let the computers figure that out. You know what I mean? That's the thing we don't know. And
Yeah.
like you said, if it's the
I don't trust
computers-
it, Gary. I don't trust it.
yeah.
I don't trust
No,
big
I'm
organizations.
right there with
like
you.
the OIC, FIFA, UEFA. I don't trust.
They're all
they don't cheat or
super
anything like that.
for-profit.
They don't
They
cheat.
don't
though,
cheat.
right?
They're just corrupt. Exactly.
Yeah.
They
That's why, Mark,
they
I'm
massage. They massage.
I'm in agreement with you, Mark, that yes, it was rigged. I just don't think it was rigged for Arsenal. We may have got a little benefit from the rigging. I'm just saying.
There
I
was
just
there
think
was
that
a
the more-
format.
I don't think
More
Arsenal rigged
clubs
it.
have a better schedule, than those that are not so popular. But in the same note, I think City's schedule looks. I think what they drew looked pretty tough.
What's theirs?
Right?
Dortmund, Real Madrid, Leverkusen, Villarreal, Napoli, Galatasaray, Monaco. Yeah, Jesus, that's
That's
lot
tough.
tougher.
That's a tough run.
Mm.
Bayern looks like they've got a
Real
pretty-
Madrid has a rough one.
But
Real Madrid, that's going to be
last year we
rough.
played PSG, we played Inter, right? Last year we
let's
had
stop
what-
looking
what-
at
what-
us,
what-
Gary.
what-
Let's
what-
stop looking at us.
Oh, sorry.
Let's look at these other clubs and see. Wait, why is Tottenham on here? Are they in the fucking Champions League?
Yes,
God
they
damn
are.
it.
They're
Oh,
in.
Yeah. If you
They
remember,
so
if you
gross.
remember, they are European
better than you guys
champions.
because they got a trophy and you
They're
didn't.
European champions.
Thank
If
you,
you're going to
David, for
leave it,
phrasing
if
it
you're going to
correctly.
lead with
They are
the Thin
European
Lolo, I'm going to hit it.
I didn't even want to bring. I didn't even mention their name because one, I don't
Dave,
like them. Why are we talking
At
about
least
it?
you
Move
said
on.
European champions, not like they like to phrase it, champions of Europe, where I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
You're not champions of Europe. You are European champions in that you were in a European tournament and you are champions of that. Yes. I'll give you
Unlike
that.
Chelsea, of course,
Champions
who
of
are
Europe.
world champions.
No. Yeah, Chelsea world champions.
I hate when I hear that. And the world champions are up against it.
World champions of a tournament that only 6 teams were invited
Can
to,
I just say
and
that-
Messi paid to be in.
Getting back to Saturday, one of the best things about Saturday, because I went up wearing my resplendent Leeds shirt and bumping into many other football supporters, I have to say, Arsenal are really disliked in London. when you bump into other football supporters, even ones who aren't from London.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
really
yeah,
came over. I don't know what it is because
I
don't.
I know what it is.
Go
They're
on.
massively arrogant. Their fan base are a massively arrogant bunch of human beings.
But they never win anything.
Oh
So
boy. All right.
where does the
geez.
No,
arrogance
it
come
comes
I
from
don't
when
get
we
it.
did win things.
Yeah.
It comes from grandparents and parents enlisting their children to be Arsenal fans from a young age with a sense of entitlement. Now we've gone 20 plus years with nothing, yet we still have this sense of entitlement. That's what's fucking annoying. Where, like, you look at a Crystal Palace fan who's as old as me, or as old as, a 25-year-old. How old am I? 25 years old. 25-year-old Crystal Palace fan. He's going like, we've won more than you. We're a bigger club than you in the past 25 years. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah, but they're not going to say that, are they? Crystal
No,
Palace
because
fan isn't going to
they're
say
better. No, because they understand what's going on. Arsenal fans are still delusional to the point of like negating Tottenham's Europa League win trophy and trying to call it a shit trophy as much as we can.
Bremner's ghost.
And I'm admitting to that right now. And I will continue to do that because it is a shit trophy. Oh, you never won it? Yeah, because we don't want to be in that fucking competition. See what I mean? I can't help but
sour
like,
grapes to me.
yeah, I'm like fighting I'm a Libra, so I'm like I'm doing this battle right now, trying to stay balanced.
About the Champions League, because I believe Lolo did ask if you have any interest in Champions League, and I can succinctly tell you, I've got corn in my shit that I find more interesting than the Champions League draw.
Tom, you gotta chew better. You gotta chew better, Tom.
I know. That's
You
just
shouldn't be able to see it.
That's just too much information. We really,
You
really,
shouldn't be
really
able to
don't need
see
to
it,
know.
man.
Not know about what you eat for dinner and where it goes afterwards.
More mastication, Tom. More mastication.
Yeah, more mastication, less.
Mastication. That's it. Yeah.
That's
There you go.
that's not PG.
What you just
Yeah.
said wasn't nice either. Nobody wants to know that. I don't want to.
Anyway, guys, well, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We're going to call it quits for the night. We all have Premier League matches that we need to stretch for before we pull a hammy, kicking our sofas when our teams are shit. Don't forget to join Don't forget to join Gary tomorrow night. Don't forget to join Gary tomorrow. Don't forget to join Gary tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's like 4 p.m. in Spain, 3 p.m. in London
somewhere.
for the road trip. He will be there talking all the match day action. Gary, tell us about your show.
Yeah,
I can't talk.
It's a match day show. They'll be chatting about all the scores. I probably won't make it. I got like family duties tomorrow, so I let.
Wait, you're not going to be on your own show, and you let me struggle through that?
You were doing a good job. I was laughing, but Mr. Tom probably will be hosting. So if you guys are entertained by Mr. Tom, you should check it out. He'll be there with some of the hosts. Enjoy that. Mr. Tom will probably go in a direction I don't like to go, but it'll be fun anyways. So check it out, and then check us out on Monday, 12:30 a.m. for you guys in the UK. That's early Tuesday morning or 7:30 p.m. on the East Coast. We'll be talking about the Arsenal match, hopefully talking about a win, and then we'll go from there. Yes.
Sorry, Jerry. They want to know what your channel is called. Jerry, anybody?
It's probably Gary.
Hello, Jerry.
Hey, Jerry.
Because I called you
DWTT. If you want to find
he's on your channel right now. So
I don't know. That's kind of strange. But
now this is Mr. Tom's Big Gay Wrestling Show.
Oh my!
Yeah. Guys,
they're all looking me in the eyes.
Talk about PG.
It is the happiest wrestling show going.
They're all looking me in the eyes, like anywhere I go.
That is the scary part.
They're staring at you. Basically, no matter what angle you look at it from, it will always feel like it's watching you.
It does. It follows you around the room.
I know.
It does.
Frightening.
I have to go take a shower because I feel dirty after looking at that. That's just.
You should.
Good. Well, Director John has already put the link into the comments below. If any of you guys want to join us, we'll be here talking a little nonsense backstage. Yes, thank you, Rosie. Good to see you as well. It is on our channel that we will be watching it. So if you're watching over on Gary's channel, I'm not sure if you're going to get the link from Director John here, this StreamYard link. Go ahead and click that. You could join us backstage, say hi or not. But Mark, Jerry, Tom, Larry, very nice for all of you all to be here. No, sorry, I won't call you Larry. That's too close to Lawrence. And I know you guys are on not on speaking terms, only on yelling terms.
Who?
You.
I think Lawrence is kind of hiding behind the tool shed, waiting for West Ham to do something good.
He's hiding behind his apron
because they are not good right now. I'm sorry, Lawrence.
Yeah.
I hate to tell you this.
I triple captained.
My team is right with you, but I think we're, as we proved on Wednesday, we're just a little bit better.
Who's Lawrence? Carl Fredrickson. Carl Fredrickson is the guy from Up. And Rosie always calls him the guy from Up. I love it.
That's amazing.
He knows his full name. Anyway, love you guys. I hope, Mark, I hope your team wins. Gary, I hope your team wins. And Tom and David, I hope you guys win as well.
Thank you.
And I hope Burnley wins. Why not? Just fuck Man United. So anyway, we'll see you guys next week. We'll be back next week. John, do you mind for the outro video? Can we just play Murder Gun as the outro video? I think
peace, everybody.
Okay, love you guys. Good night, everybody. Peace.
Murderers, robbers, rapists, dealers, pedophiles.
Welcome to the revolution!
Justice isn't commerce.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Just stop it!
Who the hell is without a helper, and what does she have to do with my sister?
Do I look like I need a psychological evaluation?
That's not the issue. The issue is why you didn't tell me.
I recommend that he be given a psychological evaluation before taking over his next assignment.
Just like old Tom, Tom.
You goddamn son of a bitch! Look me in the eyes.
being lied to. I don't like secrets. I could report you to the authorities, have your goddamn license suspended.
Smoking cigars now. And I thought he was perfect.
Would you give your life to save the world if nobody knew you did it? Boy, you're a cocky one.
You got a great point there. And a sign that says, no snakes allowed.
We're past all that. No more games.
Not allowed. The reason I'm still alive is because I wear an invisible helmet. You can't see it, but it's always there.